Ashley Gonzalez, the HPD, Houston police officer. I don't know why y'all are surprised. Being in the Houston area, it is a lot of racism around here, and a lot of people that look like her and think just like she thinks.
Because there's a pattern of anti-blackness in the policing institution.
Y'all notice ain't no Mexican or Latino people ain't posted a goddamn thing about what that heifer did. Clock that. Clock that.
To be honest, there's probably a lot of police officers that feel the same way, as well as a lot of Hispanics that feel the same way about black people. They feel the same way Ashley Gonzalez feels. They just ain't record themselves.
How many other police officers, not in Houston, not just in Houston, but all over America, that feel like that about black men, black women?
There should be no investigation. There should be no administrative leave. There should be none of that. There's nothing to investigate. She violated policy and procedures of that police department.
But not only did you say all that, you expressed that you also use that language at work.
I had that on the neck, and I was like, come here, you and oh my god, like I felt like the world just stopped. Like it was just peace.
And how you were going to take those feelings with you the next day to take it out on the next black person. The reality is, when you choose a job like that, your words carry weight, even when you're off the clock.
Brothers and sisters, yesterday we talked about the case of Ashley Gonzalez, the Latina police officer whose racist rants went viral. Now she has come forward trying to apologize, but many people are questioning whether her apology are genuine or simply the reactions of the consequences that she's facing. We have also seen that across America, many black voices are coming out saying that this is not about one police officer. They believe that there are more others in positions of power who have not yet exposed themselves, yet every day they are still serving the public, making decisions and interacting with people's lives. So this is going to be the second part of the video that I made yesterday. I will link it down there in the description. We are also going to listen to more other Americans talking about this case. As usual, I will come back at the end. If you're enjoying the video, click on the like button. And if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe.
If you don't like somebody, like you really truly feel that way, then there are places in the United States of America you can move where you won't have to interact with black people. It's no excuse because you don't have to live around black people. When there is a choice for you to go to other countries. So now people remember your face. And the deal is, you can come out here apologizing or whatever. It don't even matter at this point. The video's out there. You can say, well, I deleted the video. And y'all, guess what ended up happening?
If you're surprised by that Ashley Gonzalez situation, let this moment radicalize you. Like, you know how we all have that moment that radicalizes us? Let this be the moment that radicalizes you. Because I told y'all since the Rakai situation where they were in my comments like, no, because black people are racist. Man, watch out. Just don't. If you're surprised, that's on you. If you're surprised, that's on you. If you're surprised, that's on you. It's literally us against the world. Like everybody else, everybody has a reason. Everybody has a problem. And I'm not saying everybody. I don't mean to generalize it. I know that there are some people. I know I wasn't. I know. But I also know, you know, I told y'all last week, with that Boosie video, I told y'all since the Rakai situation.
I don't know what it is about us black people, but it just people just can't stand us for real. Mind you, we don't never go to any other culture to be like, hey, do you like us? Do you want us to be over there with y'all? Even though we kind of already knew that a lot of Mexicans don't really care for us all together. Mind you, we don't ask for the people to care for us. We don't ask nobody to care for us. All we do is be black and be proud. And it seemed like every time you turn around, somebody always got something to say about us. I always wanted to know, ever since I was a kid, why do people hate black people so much? Like, what did we exactly do to people that just make them be like, yeah, I don't like black people? And what's even crazy is she don't even understand that every single person she has arrested, they gonna literally reinvestigate the case. And she probably could even get sued, who knows? Because stuff like this always takes a big turn. And it never turns out good. But
the fact that she did it on her private story thinking that people would be okay with what she said. It is a lot of racist people that are cowards. They continue to wear hoods or hide behind social media posts and think nobody will see it. But when it comes to facing us and being in our face, they very quiet. She said what she said and she meant what she said. Don't let her try to come out with an apology. They literally wear their hoods at night and are racist at night, but then during the day they are in jobs that they are supposed to protect and serve us. I'm talking about police officers, doctors, judges, teachers, nurses, that we have to trust them with ourselves and our kids, and knowing that they do not like us or care for us. I'm glad that Houston answered and did fire her, but she need a ass whoop, and a lot of them think like that. So why y'all going around thinking that all of them like us and it's just not where it used to be? No, we are not where we were years ago, but we are still living in a time where they could care less about us. Racism is still very much alive in America, and until we stand up against it and do something about it, every time we see it, it's going to continue to be.
Official oppression. Let her get a 911 call and let it be a black person. She's going to take them to jail. Are you serious? This is ridiculous. She'd be lucky to land a job at McDonald's.
I personally want to thank the ex-Houston police officer, Ashley Gonzalez. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I want to thank you for your racist rant that I know you did not intend to be leaked, but thank you for doing that. People get upset when people go on racist rants or find out somebody is bigoted or something. I personally would much rather know what kind of person I'm dealing with. If you have a prejudice against a group of people based on whatever, whether it's skin color, religion, let me know now so that I can know where I stand. Because the last thing I want is to be in a situation where I am in need of help. I call the police. You come, you are called to protect and serve. You take one look at me, you see my black skin, and you've already decided that you hate me and that you want to make my life harder. Thank you for letting us know, letting the world know. And I honestly wish that people who have any type of prejudice, I wish it could be tatted on their chest so that the world can then navigate how to handle that person. There's too many closet bigots and racists that do what they do, and they can cause the damage that they cause because the people that they're around have no idea who they're dealing with. And there's so much of that in this country. And I know it's unrealistic, but it's like a sigh of relief when somebody's exposed like that. Because it's like, well, now we know. To me, it's like sundown towns, you know? Thank you for letting me know where the sundown towns are. Let me know where I don't need to be when the sun goes down. Tell me now. I don't want to be surprised. So whatever comes her way, let it come her way. But I really wish that more of that exposure happens, because it is a lot more common than we realize. And not just against black people, but there are so many people with prejudices and hidden agendas. You know, the role of a police officer is such an important thing in our society. And I personally believe it attracts two extremes of a personality. There are the good people that join the force because they want to make their communities better and they want to do what they can to leave an impact. And maybe, you know, there was an officer when they were growing up that left a good whatever. And then there are those people that like weren't picked for the football team and they've got a chip on their shoulder, or somebody didn't ask them to the prom, and so now they have a little authority. And now anytime they are triggered by somebody or some situation, they got to flex their muscles and let the world know that they're in charge. So once again, I want to say thank you to Ashley Gonzalez. And thanks.
And that girl, Ashley Gonzalez, is a prime example of why every time a situation occurs with a black person in another race, we always refer to racism. It's because we have to deal with so many people that are undercover racism to the point where they can no longer hide it. Like, you can be going on a jog, going on a walk, you could be moving in the neighborhood at work. Like, we have to deal with that so much. Like, it's an everyday basis for us. It's always people who, try to act like they have good intentions, and it always comes to a point where they can no longer hide it. And the fact that she is a police officer is even crazy. And then with her being suspended, talking about they're doing investigation, the only thing they should be investigating is the people that she already had to put in handcuffs and take to jail. They need to be investigating that, because maybe those people are locked up for no reason. Other than that, it should be no question. It shouldn't be anything suspended. She should automatically have everything taken away from her badge. She should never be able to become a police officer, regardless of what county and what state it is. Like, I don't get what else they're investigating. And I feel like the most evil people in the world are the ones who are racist and become police officers. And I don't care what race you are. If you're racist and you become a police officer, those are the most evil people, because it's just like you originally got that job just so you can, like, do whatever you wanted to do to whatever race that you didn't like, because you feel like you can have the upper hand in every situation. Those people are so fucking disgusting to me.
Ashley Gonzalez of Houston PD has been patrolling black neighborhoods for years. Y'all all up in arms and shocked about that video, baby. That's just how she talks on a regular Tuesday. That's how she talks to the squad at all times. That's just her being regular. She's not an anomaly. She's not oh my God, why is she one of the bad ones? She's not a bad apple. This is just her doing what they do. This is her talking to her people like she usually and always does. This was not at a rally. This was not at a protest. This was just her in her car off the clock. Like, in her leisure time. On a regular ass Tuesday, getting up on her social media, talking to her people like she usually does. Getting up there talking about how she hates black people and saying nigga over and over and over again. And bitch, she said it felt good to do so. She ain't ashamed of who she is. She's loud and proud about it. But here's the part that y'all keep glossing over. Because everybody over here is talking about they disturbed. The union is disturbed. The city council is disturbed. But I really need y'all to get this in y'all's heads, okay? She's not an anomaly. She's an exhibit. She's an example of the regular, of the default, of the status quo. The earliest formal slave patrols was created in the Carolinas in the 1700s with one mission: to establish a system of terror to pursue, apprehend, and return runaway enslaved people to their owners. And that's the origin. That is the foundation of the institution of policing in this country. After the Civil War, Southern police departments carried over aspects of the slave patrol: systemic surveillance, enforcement of curfews, even the notions of who could become a police officer. The uniform changed, but the mission didn't. So when Ashley Gonzalez got up there and talking about how it feels so good to admit she hates black people, it feels so good to say nigga over and over again. She was not malfunctioning, y'all. She's functioning exactly how the system was built to function. That's exactly how this system was designed. And the scandal is not that she said what she said. The scandal is that she's had a badge, a gun, and access to black people for over a year before anybody found out. So let's quit framing this like she got caught being racist. No, she didn't. She got caught being herself. The only thing that separates her from every other officer in that department is that she was dumb enough to post it to social media. Other than that, she ain't special.
That was Ashley Gonzalez's close friends, bro. She put that in her close friends. Most people probably only got like 20 people in her close friends, which means she thought that everybody in her close friends was gonna co-sign racism, like blatant racism. But shout out to whoever snitched. Shout out to whoever screen recorded and then posted it publicly. Or I don't even know if it was posted publicly. I don't even know how the video got exposed. Because what really would have been tea is if they would have sent it straight to Houston PD. Like, y'all, did nobody peep? Did nobody peep that she did not mean for that to be a public post? Fucking clown, bro.
Ashley Gonzalez, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I like a person that tells you what they feel and mean what they say and all that stuff. What got me the most, and I also hope that they do a background check to make sure all of the people, especially black men that she has arrested or anything, are guilty as she say they were. I'm quite sure they will, and they'll go back and look at all her cases. But really, what really got me, and I'm glad whoever did that video, I'm glad they leaked it. How do they pick their employees? What do they have to do to make sure that the people that they employ on the police force don't feel this way? It ain't nothing they can do. So that's why I said people like her, she probably had a moment or something, but I bet you nobody knew that she really felt this way until that video got leaked. And I'm gonna say it again, I'm uneasy at the fact of how many other police officers feel like this but weren't bold enough to make a video. It just don't settle right with me. But like I said, this is dangerous. It's dangerous to know you can have a police officer, and a female at that feels and feels the way she did and was bold enough to make that video. But like I said, you never have to worry about the people that talk and tell you how they really feel. You worry about the people that sitting back and looking at her and downrating her and like on that police force and saying she ought to be ashamed of herself. But in the back of their mind, they feel the exact same way she felt about and feels about black men, but they just aren't bold enough to make a video.
This is why black people don't identify with any other minority group, because every single group tried to assimilate the whiteness but us. When they wanted assimilation and proximity, we wanted equality. When the Jewish, Italians, and Irish got their assimilation just because they didn't have no spine to fight back, we didn't get it. When the Latinos, Mexicans, Hispanics, whatever, when they could continue to try to get assimilation or whiteness, even though they can't because they're just a little bit too tan, even though they can't, but they'll join ICE to lock each other up, even though they can't, but they'll vote against their own good. We have I think she's Mexican. I don't know if she was a Hispanic, Latino, whatever, police officer in Houston who got caught on video being racist towards black people as if her people aren't getting directly attacked by this administration. But they don't care. They will ignore the big problem. All these other minority groups will ignore the big problem just to attack black people. Right? They will ignore everything else because they think that their acceptance from white people comes from attacking black people. That's why we never join the POC, people of color, and all that corny movements y'all try to put us in.
Here's my take on the Ashley Gonzalez incident. I've always been the type of person that I've always made people so comfortable around me where, you know how they don't see any color? With me, you never see any color. I always make you so comfortable for you to show exactly who you are, for you to say the N-word, whatever. I want to know my poison. I want to know exactly who I'm dealing with, especially when it comes to coworkers or associates. I never want to take a hard stance on anything with them. I just want to see exactly who they are. And the problem with Miss Ashley is someone in her friend group knew exactly who she was. Someone has been lying and waiting to expose her and to introduce her to the world. Because I think it's so, it's not ironic because the person knew exactly when to press play. Now, if it was a one-off, who would do that? Because we all get mad. Sometimes things happen to us at work. We get passed over for promotions. We think maybe it's racism, maybe it's sexism, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And we may share those stories with our loved ones, kitchen table talk. This wasn't that. This was ugly and it was very nasty. And someone has been fed up for a while. Someone in that friend group was fed up for a while. And I'd like to say to Miss Gonzalez, it's nice to finally meet you.
The Houston cop, Ashley Gonzalez, that went on a rant to say how much she hate black people and how all she want to do was send the N-word. She's over us start talking about slavery and all this crap that she's ranting about on her phone. What I don't understand is all we just be doing is minding our business. That's it. We just be minding our business, and not everyone. So many people, or some people, have so much hate in their heart. We just minding our business, and you're just on this internet, just going on, you got nothing to lose. And the crazy thing is, it's you are of color. I bet she probably voted for fucking orange. You're of color, and you on this internet, about to ruin your whole life. On this internet saying how you've been wanting to see the N-word, you've been wanting to do all this. Why? There's so much trauma behind that word. Why are people so thirsty to say that word? Ashley Gonzalez, you're of color. You are not white. You have destroyed pretty much your entire life because now everybody know who the fuck you are and what you stand for. And the fact that you're bragging about how you called a black person that you just arrested the N-word and you just want to come on the internet and talk about it. Like, did you think you were talking to your close friends? Like, you're not talking to the internet? Like, what the, are we, she's in the Marines too, like, are we okay? And I bet she probably has some black friends in her friend group. And I bet she hangs out with people, that she hangs out with black people all the time. But there's just hate in your heart. Like, isn't that so scary that you can be around people that you don't know that can actually dislike you and hate you so much? You just have no idea. And now that's just, she blurred all of that out. What's crazy is that what happens in the dark will always comes out in the light. Now look at you, Ashley. Lost your job. Like, you're just a bum. And all we're just doing is minding our motherfucking business. And people just can leave us the fuck alone.
And she's supposed to be under investigation for that rant. But this is a call to action. The same call to action I was going to make in my live before it was suspended for me taking issue with what she said. But I digress for now. I need you in this call to action. So here it is. This is the call to action. Yeah, this is the call to action. I need you all to just stop talking about it and be about it. Yeah. Here's the information. I need you to comment in the comment section that you understand the assignment. And then I need you to come back after the assignment has been completed and let me know what you were told concerning Ashley Gonzalez, Houston Police Department. Yeah, let me know what they tell you. And get your friends to call too. Yeah. Let's see if you all really about that life. And I'll be live on my backup page tonight at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Stop by and let me know what you were told. Yeah, my backup page, I'll tag it somewhere down here.
It is honestly disturbing to think that people with this kind of views are out there interacting with the public every single day. And we are not just talking about one person like Ashley Gonzalez in Houston. We are talking about much bigger concern that Black Americans are raising right now. Because it is not just policing. You have people working in offices, doctors, lawyers, even judges, people trusted with lives, freedom, and justice. And the question that many of these Black Americans are asking is simple. If one of those people holds that kind of views, how does that affect the way they treat others, the people they serve? And from the reactions of those Black Americans, you can clearly hear that it is not new to them. The case of Ashley Gonzalez is one of those moments that expose what is hidden. Not every interaction is recorded. Not every experience of that kind go viral. But I can tell you that if you ask most Black people in America, they will tell you that they have noticed this pattern. And this is so sad because from the previous video that I made yesterday, I was reading comments of many Black Americans telling us what they have faced with. Some of them were saying how they're always telling them the N-words during the traffic stops. Others were telling me how they experienced racism from some people who were working with them in different offices. Others were even telling me how that is pretty common in their states. You know those states where this kind of racism is normal? It was normalized. Luckily, we have seen that some actions has already taken by the Houston Police Department. Ashley Gonzalez was suspended. But I don't agree with people who are talking about doing deeper investigation. What kind of investigation do we need? She has literally exposed herself. She has said everything we need to know about how she thinks about Black people. What else do we need to know? She's the kind of woman who said that she finds it exciting to arrest Black people. All I can say is that she has said it in the video. And mind you, this is someone who has been serving since January 2024, if I'm not wrong. She has been serving as a police officer with that kind of views. Now, she has been dealing with many people of color. She has been dealing with many cases that involves people of color. Now, if she holds that views toward Black people, can you imagine the number of people who were wrongly accused of doing things just because of how she viewed them? Can we count the number of people who were probably arrested just because she found it exciting? This is what people need to investigate about. They should go and check her body camera. We need people like this to be held accountable. And again, shout out to the friend of hers who exposed this, because if you've heard the story, this video were recorded by one of her friends who was able to access her private Instagram story, and then she screen recorded that story and sent it to Dr. Candice Matthew, and then Dr. Candice Matthew put it out on internet. So if you've got a friend with this kind of views toward black people, there's no benefit in you hiding it. It should also be a lesson to all of you. People who hold these kind of views should be exposed. If you come across somebody with that kind of views, you have to expose him because it will help the public and it will also make you feel relieved. We're expecting the people in charge to take further steps because just suspending her is not enough. There must be other steps that should be taken to see whether there are now people who are accused of doing things they didn't do or who were wrongly arrested by this woman. I would advise you to always go with your camera, your phone, ready to record any person saying those kind of racist rants to you, ready to record any racist person that you will come across, whether he or she is a police officer, a doctor at the hospital, a lawyer, somebody at the supermarket, any person. We really need these kinds of people to be exposed. It will help us to save more people. And finally, there are no benefits of being racist. I don't really understand why these kind of people find it exciting to be racist, because all people are equal. We were all created in the image of God. So I don't find any reason why somebody would think that one race is better than another. We all need to unite. We need to love each other. Yes, we need to embrace our differences, but our differences does not make one better than another. You all should know that. You have to teach your kids that we are all the same, even though we have different skin colors. I think one of the reasons why people grow up with this kind of views toward others is because of how they were raised. Probably growing up, they were being told by their parents that one race is better than another, and they grow up with that views. And it is very hard to change their views once you have already grown up. That is why I'm always telling my viewers to teach your kids that all races are equal. Whether you are black, brown, or even white, we were all created in the image of God. That was it for today, guys. I want you to tell me down there in the comment section, what do you think about this case of Ashidi Gonzalez? Have you ever met a racist person anywhere? Share with us your experience down there in the comment section. If you have enjoyed watching this one, click on the like button, subscribe for more interesting episodes. Ciao.